I'm really over you saying that you prepared it, because
I prepared some of it.
you know that Tony P probably put in the hard yards here.
No, he did it all.
He did it.
Yeah.
Did he put the radio in?
Yes. Here's one I prepared
And
last.
Tony P. Well, I'm really over you saying that you've prepared it, because
I prepared some of it.
you know that Tony P probably put in the hard yards here.
No, he did it all.
He did it.
Yeah.
Did he put the radio in?
Yes. All I did was cut out the body shell and paint it.
You're good at that.
But
Go you.
hang on, actually, I lie. I glued the tyres on.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Tony P, there's something for you to check, buddy. So you are going racing. When's your race day? Sunday? Saturday?
Both days.
Both days?
Both days.
Aren't you running one class?
Nope.
Two
3.
classes? What?
3.
3 classes?
I'm going to be crap in 3 classes.
What classes are you racing at the Vic Titles?
I'm racing Saturday is 21.5, but two
you
buggy.
are running 21.5.
5 buggy.
Okay, in your rear motor thing.
Yes.
Oh, I thought Craig was running that.
With the Genova.
Yeah. Oh, your Masami car.
I'm running my Masami Genova.
Yeah. With Masami body shell?
No, the Masami body shell's been kept.
Really?
Yes.
You're not going to... Well, you did up a mock one though, didn't you?
No, I was going to. I haven't done it yet.
Oh.
Because I looked at all the colours and it's just too hard.
Because you even bought all the paint for it.
I bought all the paint for it, but I've got 2 Masami cars anyway.
Okay.
So
of course
I'm running 21.5, which is a traditional class in Victoria.
Yep.
Craig,
it's generally for oldies and newies.
Yeah. Craig Bowring is running 17.5 stock. Yep.
Putting his big boy pants on.
Yeah.
Well, how many national champions did he win?
If he's got pants on, yes.
It'll be a surprise.
They'll be big boy ones.
Well, his excuse will be sore knee or leg or something.
No,
right?
his foot's good.
His foot's good?
His foot is good.
Still really no excuse to not wear pants.
Yeah. Well, he said he stopped wearing heels and that helped. So I don't know. So, and he'll be running my other rear motor car.
Yep.
Because as you know, and a lot of other people might know, I mean, I've got good Yokomo cars, but they're just the same as what everyone else. I like funky. I like rear motor buggies because it's what I grew up driving, and you too. And I just like the way they feel, and it's it's not an anti-Yokomo thing, far from it.
No.
It's just that I like the way they feel, and they're more fun for me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Yokomo, I was actually hoping to bring in the RO 2.0 with a build update this week. It didn't play in my favour.
No, there was some unpleasantness this morning.
I got close, but it's not close enough. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm actually hoping that with the motor jacked all the way back and stuff, the way that it is in that car, that it handles...
I was looking at it. It looks...
I know it's not a rear motor. It's definitely a mid-motor car because the motor's in front of the axles, but bloody hell, it's close.
It's bloody close. Yeah, I was looking at that this morning. When we were playing with it.
So close that when you do the gear mesh, I can say that if you go too far, the motor will foul on the C block.
Yeah.
That's how far back it goes.
That's a lot. I wonder what... The gearbox is the same in the SO, isn't it?
No.
No?
Different. No, it's an all-new gearbox. Well,
okay.
It's an all-new application for the gearbox. The gearbox is from the 2016 stand-up car. Okay. So it was their first mid-motor gearbox.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to watch my build video. It's coming out soon.
I have to look at you enough here. I don't want to look at you home. Oh, I suppose if I can't sleep.
Well, there's a good one. Anyway.
That'll do it.
I want to have a look. Let's start with the body shell.
Hang on. Let's start with short course trucks.
Short course trucks.
As something that don't get run very often. Now,
thank God.
The peak period, I know you hate them, but that's all the more reason for me to run one. Peak period was, I'm going to say 2013 or something.
2012, yeah, 2013.
Off-road was in there. There was nothing. And suddenly these things came out. And for some reason, they attracted the public's attention massively.
People loved them.
And they
because Traxxas, right? Traxxas had released them with the Slash.
Yeah.
And they were super popular.
A good Slash.
And they were super popular. And the racing had taken off around the world. Even a support race for the V8s, right, in Queensland and stuff.
The trophy trucks.
Which
is basically what these are. It's just the same thing. But
it's based on a two-wheel drive buggy.
Yep.
Which is a bit wider, like a stadium truck, and a bit longer. But it is two-wheel drive. Has odd size wheels and tires.
Yeah.
And
Keela used to run an event called the Short Course Stampede. It was a nighttime thing. And I checked last night, and the last one of them was 2015.
Yep.
And that would have been the last time I ran in this class. And they would get 10 to 12 heats full of these things.
Was it ever a sanctioned class?
No.
No. It was never run at Nationals?
No, I don't believe so.
It's been run at many state titles, though, as it is this weekend.
Yeah, and it's died in the bum, but over the last 6 months ago, there's a bit of, can I run a short course?
Yeah, a bit of a resurgence.
So they've opted to put it up as a class for this weekend's Vic title. It's not a sanctioned class.
Demo class.
It's a demo class. And I just thought, I've got one of these. Actually, I've got two. I've got an associated one, an early one. I haven't been able to find it. I know.
And you had this one in a box?
No, I specifically bought this. Yeah. I've got an earlier short course PR car, but I think it's a box somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure.
Is this the same one that I saw at the Kilo?
At the Invitational.
At the Invitational?
Yeah, that had only just been put together.
Yeah, it didn't have a body shell then.
No, none of that. And it was pretty funky, and I saw it come up in the feed, and I went, that looks cool. And when we pull the body off, you'll understand why. It's really funky. And I thought, yeah. But at that stage, I didn't know I was going to be able to race it. But I can.
But have a look at the bodywork. I do love it. This is probably one of my favourite ones. This is your race paint.
This is my race
your
paint.
Wall paint, because you can knock this out pretty quick.
Yeah, about 2 hours to knock that out.
I think you're telling fibs, because it took us about an hour and a half to do the RO, and it looks nowhere near as good. Is that because I was involved?
Yeah, but I know what I'm. Yeah, well, you being involved does not help.
And we didn't have the beauty of an airbrush. You've done a bit of airbrush here.
Yeah, but not a whole lot.
No. So let's jump to Overhead Town and let's have a look at the top.
I do like the way that colour looks on the screen.
It's good, doesn't it?
Absolute killer. That's basically just
SMS.
It's all masked off. So that centre section down through here with the black surround, it gets maybe 2 light coats of fluoro orange, and then I work from the outside in. So we've got that lighter area in the centre. I do. Although before that, I do all these little squiggly things and that sort of stuff.
So these done on the inside.
Yeah, and they just add a little bit more interest.
When does it? Then the black goes on there. Is that just done with a brush? Is that brushed?
So, yeah, there's some brush stuff, and there's some. That's acrylic paint pen, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, as in these little squiggles, and there's a little bit of airbrush stuff here with the.
Yeah, a bit of shading.
I just add some stuff in there just to add a bit of interest.
Well, I can see you've done a bit of texture work over here with the airbrush.
Yep.
What is this effect over here?
That's a grunge stencil.
Is it? That's a stencil.
But I hold it away from the body just a little bit, so you get a fuzzy effect. The first time I did that was by accident. I went, actually, that works good.
You like it?
I like it. And
these are all SMS paints?
Yeah, all SMS.
Which is good, because we just had a fresh restock, actually.
Yes.
SMS. We have
LSMS one. It's dark grey at the back.
Yep.
And fades to I forgot what it is, some other grey at the front, but they look pretty much the same.
It looks very similar.
I'm not sure why I bother.
Well, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I like it. And it's repeatable, and it's going to look good on track.
Yeah. My off-road cars have got fluoro orange. My on-road cars have fluoro pink.
We all love a bit of pink.
We do love a bit of pink.
I'm going to whip
You're going to whip it off?
I'm going to whip the hood off. Let's pop the hood.
Look at that.
And I can tell straight away what attracted you to this chassis.
Yeah.
It's the carbon fibre, right?
It's just like...
You're a little carbon fibre whore, if I can say that.
Yeah, tell me someone that isn't.
No, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's such an industrial composite, but how cool does it look? I don't know. It's like 3-dimensional. Makes anything 2-dimensional look 3-dimensional.
Yeah. And it's real good stuff too. It's a matte finish on this one, and that's what sucked me in. As soon as I saw it, I sent a picture to Tony P. We need one of these.
I should have just looked at this. That tells me straight away that you did not put the electronics in. That's nice and neat.
Well, that's what gets him excited.
Is it?
Yeah.
And you've got your good radio in there. That's your Hara radio.
My Hara edition radio.
You've got your highest servo in there, which is good, the DLP 700.
Yep.
And then coming further back, you've got your Coyote RS80.
I just got an RS80.
Yep.
Because I think
Should
that
be
will
plenty.
do the
80 amps should be plenty for 10.5 Blinky.
10.5 is a default motor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Coyote
Haven't got one yet.
haven't got a 10.5, so I've got a Hobby Wing Just stock in there, which is probably underpowered, but for me, it's probably overpowered.
That's right.
It
for
doesn't
what you're
really
doing.
matter.
No.
So,
But Coyote ones, that said, Coyote ones will be here next week.
Yeah.
Where they should be here next week.
And
they dispatched from Coyote HQ on Tuesday. So
at which time that will come out.
I'll stick a green one in there.
It turns to be too slow, I've got a Phantom 10.5 to put in.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to be an issue for me.
Yep. So this is a PR racing chassis, right?
PR are from Taiwan. They're very much a niche manufacturer.
Which is the way you like it.
Yeah. I run their rear motor buggy for the reasons I just said before, just because I like it. And so when this came out, I went, and my stadium truck is also a PR. Yokomo don't make trucks anymore.
No.
If they did, I'd run one.
Absolutely.
But they
don't. I don't think they ever made a short course.
They never made a short course.
Because they got taste.
They definitely made stadium trucks.
I love the Nerf. I love the Nerf bars. It reminds me of an old frog racing back in the early 80s, right?
For those who haven't driven a short course truck, they're pretty awful, really.
Yeah, but that's like finessing it, right?
Yeah.
They're big and wallowy.
They don't have great steering or anything.
And the body does protect them from a lot of impact.
Yeah.
So they don't break very often. So they're pretty forgiving for those who crash.
Now,
generally speaking.
I've only cut out some. Bring the body back up again.
Yep.
On these things, you need to cut out vents because otherwise they tend to parachute in the air.
Yeah,
now,
they literally like sail down.
I've only cut them out on one spot at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Whether
you can tune them because you don't want the back to fall faster than the front or vice versa.
Probably need to cut out some of the screen and maybe some vents on the bonnet.
Is there restrictions? I suppose not because it's not a sanctioned class.
No, so it doesn't matter. So
it looks like they've deliberately left these to be cut out, or is that just a shock tower mount?
No, I don't think so. So we'll see. But these are a bastard to cut out because they're thicker than a normal body.
Yep. Well, they've got to take a hit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. And these bodies get destroyed because they're so encapsulating and there's no wing on the back or anything. These bodies get destroyed.
When we used to run this class regularly, me and Tim Curler and Tony P, we used to run a $200 special from Hobby King called the Super Trooper.
Super Trooper.
Or we used to call it the Pooper Trooper, of course. And they were appalling, but they came ready to run with a half-decent brushless motor. And we every like 3 meetings, we'd have to buy a new one because they were so shit. But we had awesome fun. It was all we cared about was how much air can we get. Yeah. And if they had the wind in the right direction at Keeler,
that's right.
And they would just go way up in the air.
Because they sort of take off like a kite.
Yeah. So I don't know whether I'll be going for big air or I don't want to break the thing because I've got no bits. But
you got 3 classes to run.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. And I suspect Craig will want to have at least one heat because he's a big fan of the trucks.
Who's that going to be? It's going to be Tony Bowering, the tyre cleaner of the champ.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
That's the one. That's the one.
Tony Bowering.
So we'll be giving this. This is on Sunday.
Yep.
For short course.
Short course.
So I've only got one class on the Sunday. And as you can see, this has never been driven.
Never.
So its first lap will be its first race.
Q1. So that's a way to. Have you trimmed the radio or anything?
No.
That's what the car park's for.
I haven't even fired it up yet, but I'm fairly confident that the Tony will have. Well, he had my radio when he did it.
It'd be perfect then.
So it'll be.
He would have dialed it in on the setup station. I know Tony P.
No, he wouldn't have.
No,
these won't fit on setup stations.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, he would have 3D printed one to do it.
Yeah, one of the cookies ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
These holes are like.
Yeah, it's annoying. The body already had holes because it's a pre-made body for something
else. Yeah.
Some cheap Chinese things donated to me by Nick Michaelides, and I thank Nick for that because these body shells are not cheap.